Good morning. I'm out and about and on the theme of trying to find new places to go and visit. Flicking through Ellen Boness's guidebook again, the landscape photography guidebook for the Peak District. I discovered a place, well, not discovered it, but I come across a place very local to where I normally go. I've been up at Winnett's Pass this morning, got up for sunrise. Sunrise didn't really happen. Excuse me. And searching through Google Maps, I was like, well, let's have a look and see what's around. And I noticed this place called Cavedale, and it's a valley that runs behind Peveril Castle. And I've never been there before. I've been close, but I've never actually been there before. But while on Google Maps, I was zooming in and looking around this area, and there's like these small holes that run across this field, and I'll show you the aerial shot, and I might even get my drone out, see if my drone will actually see them. But there's these small holes all the way across in a big line. Can someone let me know what it is? I'm assuming it's like a fault line, and where you've got like little pockets of plug hole type things, sinkholes that soils drop down, and because this place is very porous, isn't it? It's got a lot of limestone around it. I'm assuming it's a fault line, and if you look at it, it sort of runs along the same sort of line as Winnett's Pass, which is obviously a big fault in the landscape. So yeah, I'm quite interested, but it's a bit of a walk. I've been up this morning, like I said, I've been down to Winnett's Pass. I did some more light trails because there was no fog, even though it was advertised for fog. Twice I looked on the app, twice it told me I was going to get fog. Got up this morning, again, nothing. Typical, innit? So yeah, I'm just really exploring. I know we've got the old barn and a tree down here that I shot some time ago, so I may have a look at that. I think there's another tree down here by a wall, so I'm going to have a look at that. But I'm generally just going for a walk. I've got a heavy bag today. Got my medium-sized tripod. I've got a litre of water, which is a kilo, and I've got a pasty, which I didn't eat last weekend, so I've got to eat that. And yeah, my drone's in there, so I've got a good heavy bag. So I'm not racing, I'm just going to go for a walk, take you along with me, and hopefully you'll join me and see if we can come up with anything reasonable. I got a couple of ideas for some shots, but yeah, I'm interested in this, whatever this is across here, this fault line. I can't see it from here, but I'm assuming it starts with this as it goes across here, and then you've got this sort of section here, and as I'm walking, I've noticed, and you might not be able to see it, but there's some lumps all the way across there, and I think that's probably it. So as much as it's boring, it's quite interesting. Okay, so I'm pretty cold now because I've been stood here for a little while. I had my drone out. The drone's been up in the air. I've flown it right across the fault line, and you can see it's amazing to see in real life rather than on Google Maps. What a line! That is definitely a fault line. You know, something's obviously all given away along here, and this is obviously at some point have been pulled apart a little bit, and that is fascinating. So if I don't get any photographs today, a little bit of drone footage and maybe a drone photo that I've got, that'll do me for today. That's exciting. That was really cool. Never seen that before, never noticed it before, and yeah, buzzing. Right, let's get this walk started. So this has been quite a nice little walk so far, across the fields. Just keep following the signs for Castleton. Someone's built these nice stones in the side of the walls to cross, even though they can be a bit slippery, but it does make it easy to get across. And I've just been following another fault line that's been coming right through. It's just, I'm getting quite fascinated by all this stuff. I really am. I'm going to have a little look at this, because there's some lumps and bumps and cracks, and there's a little wall all around, so let's have a look at this. I know this is not really photography, but I do like this sort of part of it as well. This is, you know, the little adventure-y sort of bit. Now, I don't know what all these undulations and bumps and things are. I mean, maybe it's years of the farmer dumping stuff, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's sort of a bit of a fault line, because it runs, the second one runs right up there, comes down over the other side of this wall, through this wall, and then keeps going down here. So it's got to be another fault of some kind, you know. That looks bleeding spooky. That's a really deep chasm, very deep, been covered up obviously with concrete slabs to stop the sheep disappearing. But yeah, can you actually see all this? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Quite interesting in a non-interesting kind of way, if you know what I mean. Let's get to the top of this one, little lump there. Let's get the camera out and have a shot. I just like this, and if you never see me again, I found another one of them holes. And there's another something going on there, so I don't actually know what all this is. My battery seems to be getting worse and worse. Just come across another one of these. Well, there's loads of, they're all sort of circular, but this one looks like another one that's been covered up with whatever's underneath it. Could be just big holes in the ground that, you know, the sheep keep getting swallowed up. I'm not far away now from the derelict little barn and tree, which is an absolute icon for a photo. I've never come this way before. I've never been down here. It'd be nice to share it with other people. I don't like walking on my own. I really don't. I've met a few new people lately. Meeting them up tomorrow morning as well, which is nice. And it's just nice meeting other folk. So if you want to come out for a walk, just let me know. I've also got some workshops as well on the website if you want to have a look. I've got a Lake District one, Scotland one, Peak District one, accommodation and everything. If you're interested, I'll sort everything out for you. So little group ones, it'd be good if I can get a few bookings on them. It'd be nice to fill them up. So let's have a look at our tree and our barn, which is down in front of us. I think what I might end up doing is walking all the way down the valley and being a really crazy bugger coming back up when it's past. That would definitely do me for a walk, wouldn't it? I've come down, made myself closer and closer to the little barn and the dead tree, and what a fantastic icon of an image. If you need a dead tree, you need some character, you need a bit of an old house, you need a wall of dry sandstone. It's just, everything's here. The sky is grey, so this could end up black and white, but you know me, I don't very often do black and white. But what I am doing is just shooting handheld, because I'm finding that these days I'm shooting more and more handheld images, because I don't see any reason to have a tripod out sometimes. You know, I can hold the camera down low, I can take a shot, or I can lift it up higher and take a shot without actually having to mess around too much. And I find it quite nice. I used to do this once upon a time. I used to shoot handheld a lot. But yeah, the tripod does slow me down, make me think. Now, the only thing I could try is like a really mega long exposure and try and get the clouds to move, but in all fairness, it probably won't look any different. But yeah, if anything else, this is a walk. Like I said, there's a tree over there. I've come here, the last time I was here it was all overgrown, so it's nice to have a look at it, not overgrown. There's also a tree down there, and when it's past, it's just over that way. You've got Mamtua behind me, you've got back to, you've got the lone tree up that end. I think that's Wind Hill behind the tree over there. So there's a lot all in this little area. But I'm just kind of enjoying the walk. Got my music on, and yeah, I'll see if I can get another couple of handheld shots for you. So I suppose I need to get plodding on if I'm going to get to this valley and finish this walk off today, because I'm not getting very far, am I? Keep stopping, taking photographs. I've just had my drone out, as you've probably seen as well, just to get a slightly different perspective on it. It's always nice to get the drone out when you haven't been out for such a long time. Just reminds you how to fly it, really. Right, I've got a bit of a sesame snap. Get this down me and get cracking on. So I've got to my valley. There's the valley, cave valley leading down there, and there's a drop off here, so I'm going to go through the gate, head up a little bit, and then come back down on myself. That seems like the logical way of doing it. If I can just get through this gate. That is, there's a big bit of tarp down here on the floor as well, which we don't really want getting loose. So make my way up through here, try and find a path back down into the valley, and then we'll make our way along the valley floor. We are now walking down through the valley, and all the sheep are watching me. They're probably all saying, you do realise if you go down there you've got to come back up. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to the trip back up, and it is going to turn out into quite a long walk, but it's one of those things. I've got nothing better to do, so why not? It's not always, like I've said, it's not always about taking photographs. Sometimes it's nice to see something different and just have a bit of an adventure. Well, I'm just about to get to the crux of it. This looks like it changes from being a bit of a stroll to a hell of a climb. Look at that. This is where it gets pretty steep, and I know that if I go down I've still got to come back up the other side, but it's not a problem. But first of all, I need a shot from up here looking down the valley and Peveril Castle just over there in the distance. What a fantastic place this is. Tripod's out. Tripod's got to come out because I've walked across the sort of top path, so I'm looking right down this intensely amazing looking valley. Now I'm going to go f11 actually, because I want to get a little bit more depth in this image. Now I'm on a tripod, I can afford to go a bit slower shutter speeds. Now there's a lot of people in the valley which I need to clone out because I think it's better without them. I'm focused in the distance, but this beautiful S that runs all the way down through this valley. It is just fantastic. This is going to look a treat. One of the nicest shots I've taken, well, definitely today, but I'm not going to say this year because it's not. But I'm doing really well this year, and I've got a few images that I really like, and this is definitely one of them. Now, to avoid people in your shot, the best way of doing it is to take several different photographs without moving the camera at all or changing your settings, and just take different shots with people in different places. That way you can go into Photoshop, overlay the layers, and just paste out the ones you don't want. Just put a layer mask on, clone over the ones you don't want, and bring the other layer back in where they've moved up the hill a little bit. Easy peasy. So I've managed to get a couple of clean shots without people in, and I've done horizontal and vertical, and it's dead easy with this atoll. Look at that, how quick and easy I can flip this between horizontal and vertical. If you're interested in one of these atolls, have a look at my other videos on them. They're amazing little things, they really are good. They've got a built-in Arca Swiss compatible plate on the bottom, and they've also got the Peak Designs plate, which is what I've been clipping onto my camera bag. So yeah, makes it ever so easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, any way you want. Right, I've seen another pathway, and I think instead of me going all the way down the valley to walk all the way back up the main road, I think I'm going to sneak up this little path I can see up the side here and head back up over the top of Winnett's Pass and have an adventure, because I have no idea where that goes. And I also think I can get some pretty good shots the other side of this valley, looking down the other way as well. So wish me luck. I'll see you on the other side. Well, I'm right up on the top. Can't really get much higher than where I am now. Winnett's Pass is over that way, and it looks a long way off. Now I'm hoping I can get from here to Winnett's Pass without getting stuck by a wall, because if I come across a wall, I'm in big trouble. But I might be able to double myself back the way I came, but I'm definitely heading towards Winnett's Pass from here. But first things first, I need a drop of water, and I need to eat me pasty and put the wide angle lens on. I've got some really nice photographs, and guess what, drone's been out again. Wow. definitely on a mission now. So I've come across, you see where those people are right over there in the background. I've come all the way around over there, come across this field, heading towards Winnet's Pass and going up over the top of Winnet's Pass. What a fantastic walk. I'm going to mark this one on my OS maps, and if anyone wants to know this walk, let me know and I'll give you a shared link to the OS map walk, because this is fantastic. Absolutely brilliant walk. It's got all sorts in it. Absolutely brilliant. Now I've got to make my way up that, well, I think there's a gap there. I think I've got to make my way down some sketchy bit to go up some sketchy bit, but it's got to be done, isn't it? Beats walking all the way around anyway. I just have to take my time and go very slowly, like that person is over the other side. He's almost on his hands and knees. So I just want you to know, if you're going to follow me over this route, if you're going to come this direction, you're coming down this slope here, which is quite dodgy. You've actually got to climb over this wall. There isn't actually a pathway to go through this. So yeah, just in case you come this direction, prepare to climb over that wall. It's dead easy, but yeah. That was sketchy, very slippery, but fun all the way. Fun all the way, always fun. Always fun, always fun. So it might sound like I'm huffing and puffing and I'm well out of breath. It's because I am. Oh. We're back at the top, see a little barn and tree. We came over that side, and I think this is that fault line that's running down through there that I showed you at the beginning. But yeah, this is definitely a good walk. Heart rate up, heart rate down, relaxing bits, steep bits, tricky bits, nerve-wracking bits. That valley was something else. You've got the barn and the tree, which is just fantastic. And then up here you'll have Winnet's Pass. And in all fairness, I've had no light today all day, but I think the images you've seen, in my head I'm thinking I'm processing them warmer, greener, richer and grittier, you know, some make them feel like we're out in the, you know, something really nice. So I think that should be, I think you've seen a couple of good ones, and I hope you enjoyed this walk as well. I'm out of breath, but you know, what's a good walk if you're not going to catch your breath a bit? There's people up in front of me. I'm not losing them, so I'm staying with them, so I'm keeping a relatively good pace. My pasty, the energy, that gave me a good boost as well. I think I had that at the right time. I've got no idea what the time is. I might take a picture of Winnet's Pass when I'm up there, just on passing, and then I'll say goodbye when I've done that. I've stood on the end of this rock before. I'm definitely not doing it today. It's a bit damp and I'm on my own and I've got mud all over my boots. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this adventure. I've really enjoyed this adventure. I don't normally enjoy things on my own, but I've got some seriously dramatic music going on in my earlugs, and it's been made it really sort of epic. It's almost like walking through a movie set. I mean, how can you not love the area of Winnet's Pass and Castleton? I mean, wow, what a place, what an absolute place. It never tires. Every time I come, no matter what the conditions are, I still love to see it. Now I've got a fair way to get back to the van and a long awaited cup of coffee, and a second lunch. And yeah, till next time, ciao for now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to share that map with you. And oh, I do hope I've got a few images today, because that would just be the icing on the cake. What an adventure. Ciao for now. Bye bye.